I'm seeing some things in the automobile industry that's troubling to my spirit. And today I want to talk to you guys because God has been impressing upon my heart to share this with the people so that they don't get taken advantage of. One of the problems is when money becomes your God, you will say and do anything for the almighty dollar. And that is not how God and his people are supposed to operate. So let me just share this with you. There are three things that's being pushed in the industry for people with subprime credit. That's people below a 650 credit score. And what it's doing is doing more harm than good. And because of financial illiteracy and you not knowing the truth, you're locking yourself into loans that don't help your situation. They can hurt you. So let's talk about the first one. It's the 3 to 6 month rule. A lot of people are closing deals at dealership. They're looking you in the eye and they're telling you an outright lie. If you don't believe me, call a bank, call your bank, call around. I have proof. I don't have to lie to you. What they say is, hey, take this loan at 24%. Take this loan at 23%. Take this loan, make your first 3 payments, then come back and see me and I'll get you refinanced. Anybody, call a bank. They'll tell you that's not true. You signing a 60-month loan, a 72-month loan, an 84-month loan at 23, 24% here in Maryland. That's the max. And you make 3 payments and your credit score is in the fives or the fours, or you don't have credit. Do you honestly think 3 payments, 6 payments is going to boost your score to a 650? It won't. It won't. You are not even a quarter way through that loan to prove to any financial institution that you can make the payments. So if your credit score is not going to be higher, how do you think that you're going to come back in and refinance it? Because you know, refinancing is oftentimes harder than the initial finance. And don't let something else negative hit your credit score, which will damage it further. So listen, when they tell you go get a cosigner, and if your cosigner comes in, we're going to do this for about 3 to 6 months, then y'all come back and we can take your name off and finance them by themselves. They are lying. It's just for them to sell the car today so they can make the money today, because really they don't want to build a rapport. People that know me know that I've been working with people for years. I'm selling grandkids and great grands now, and I'm telling my age. But I'd rather create a wholesome, integral relationship with people that when you think about buying a car, you would consider me, whether I'm a manager, I'm in finance or whatever, or sales, whatever. Because if I'm at the auto dealership, I'm always helping people buy cars, giving them enough education and enough product knowledge that they'll understand what they're doing. The second lie is get you a cosigner. They're not responsible for the car. You are. Even though we'll title it in your name, they just on the loan. Did you know if you default on the loan, there's a piece of paper in that financial pack that tells the cosigner if the primary buyer defaults, they have 100% responsibility. Now, I've helped people use this same method, but I did it in an integral way. What I've told a mother was, hey, your son needs a car. You're willing to co-sign, but you have some apprehensions. What you can do is if his job offers you direct deposit, have him take a portion of his pay every time he gets paid or she gets paid, send it to your account and you send off the payment. That way you know the car will be paid for. I've done that for several years. And halfway through the loan, when they call me, they can come in, and because they have a great payment history, I'm able to take them out their car and put them into a better vehicle at a better interest rate on their own. So you can get the cosigner off the car early if you make your payments on time, or it depends on the percentage of the loan you've already paid down. One father came to me and gave me $10,000 so he can get off the loan. That was enough payments to lower the loan and allow his son to buy another car with a substantial down payment, trade the one that he was in out. The $10,000 helped towards the negative equity that is accrued on the car because he had the car for 3 years. He got mileage, and because every mile you put on a car depreciated, he was able to walk out the loan. So there are some ways we can help get people out of loans early, but it's not going to be in a 3 or 6 month time limit. That's a lie. A cosigner is responsible. So before you run off just co-signing for a car, understand this can affect you buying a home because this is debt. Even though the car's not titled in your name, on that loan, on your credit report, it'll be an open loan. And depending on how that person pays that loan, it will impact your credit rating. So I'm not saying don't co-sign, but be wary. Know the person that you're co-signing for, because you're going to have to deal with it if they default that loan. Can you afford to pay for your car, your living expenses, and that car? If that person gets the car repossessed, did you know there'll be a negative knock on your credit? All right. The third thing that's deceptive is give the car back. That's a method. You come in with a car, you still own a substantial amount of money on your car loan, and somebody at that dealership tells you to give the car back and buy their car. Do you know that's illegal? We're not legally in the automobile industry should be telling people to do repos like that, give the car back, voluntary repos. We're not. We're not. That is illegal. And call a bank, ask them, should a car dealership be telling people to do a involuntary repossession to buy another car? See, what normally happens, you went to a dealership, you got a high interest rate, the car is now breaking down, it's falling apart 2, 3 years into the loan, and you trying to get out. That's a noble cause. Most of the time, you're going to need money to take care of the depreciation. And based on how you've paid that car loan, it can make or break the next loan. So they say, hey, we can get you finance. The bank ain't requiring you to trade in your car. You just give it back. And a lot of these dealerships have agreements with other little third parties to turn your car in for you and all that stuff. Did you know that repossession, whether voluntary or involuntary, does affect your credit? And guess what? The bank will say it's in your contract. If they repossess the vehicle, there are fees added to the loan. Then they take the car to the auction if you don't redeem it. They sell the car. And the difference between where they sell the car and what you owe in a loan, you still owe it. You still owe it. And I've seen where banks are now taking people to court, getting favorable judgments, and garnishing people's checks because you still owe it. They have a signature on the loan. You made an agreement with the bank. They sold the car. Say, for instance, the car is $20,000. After auction, they sold it for $6,000. That $14,000 plus any fees that were added is on you, the one who owned the car, and you're responsible for it. Some banks will do a payment plan, or they'll do a simple agreement or settlement, but it's not going to be a little bit of money. You're still responsible for that vehicle, and you don't want a garnishment to hit your credit because now you got a new car payment, new insurance, your living expenses, and an unexpected expense in this garnishment. I've seen people have to go file bankruptcy. Bankruptcy. And that's going to affect you for the next 7 years. They filed bankruptcy because they couldn't live with paying 2 car payments. That's why I say it's important for you to find people with integrity. Whatever these dealerships say, use your chat GBT. Use your Siri, use your Google. Ask, hey, if I give a car back to a dealership, will it negatively affect my credit? It will tell you. It will tell you. The best thing to do is when you go buy a car and you have bad credit, get your credit score up or get a little bit more down so you won't require a cosigner. Because some people, I've seen them go to these places time and time again, and they burned so many banks, nobody wants to take a look at them. That's why it's important for you to find a reputable place to buy a car. Everything they tell you, tell them to put it in writing. Tell them to put, and if they can't put it in writing, don't trust them. Don't trust them. Put it in writing. If in 3 months you say I can come back and you're going to finance me, give me a written guarantee. I bet you they won't. I bet you they won't. Watch how they treat you after you ask them those things. They'll pretty much want to throw you out. They get mad at you. They're mad at you because they can't make money on you. They're mad at you because they can't make money on you. And I want you to know this. If you need help buying a car, please feel free to reach out to me. I know enough banks and I know enough people in the 28 years I've been doing this that can get you what you need with integrity. With integrity. It's not wrong to make money in the auto industry. It's wrong when you have to lie, cheat, and steal to do it. If you have any questions, please hit me up. I'm still in the auto industry. I'm a finance manager, and I'm always willing to share information. There's nothing wrong with sharing the truth. The Bible says, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free, set you free.